ep10.
Welcome back to Tech ER. If you are wondering what these bright lights in front of us are, we have a special guest joining us in studio to explain LED guidance technology. Nick Hudgens is the Director of Sales and Marketing of Leadline. Welcome to the show.
Thank you very much, and thanks for inviting me.
Okay, so we're going to get to these neat lights in a minute, but why don't you first explain to us, give us an overview of your company and what you guys do.
Well, Hilltech is a small company that's invented a new type of lighting system.
Okay.
LEDs embedded in solid plastic,
Okay.
which basically makes the environment they go in irrelevant. So they can be put into roads, they can be put into airfields.
Okay.
You can take them 300 meters underwater, seawater. You can put 5,000 pounds per square inch direct loading on it, and they still survive.
So they're fairly durable, it's safe to say.
That's what they're designed to be.
That's great. Now, how did you become aware of the need for this product?
Some years ago, we were approached by John F. Kennedy Airport in New York. They were looking for a new type of LED guidance or lit guidance system, and LEDs were sort of the coming thing. So we were looking for a way of trying to make them survive under the wheels of a 747 going over them. So that's why we came up with this.
All right. Now, I understand LED it's an extremely bright type of light, right? It's brighter than regular sort of bulbs, obviously.
Brightness is relative. It depends because LEDs are so small. The perceived brightness is very high, but the actual amount of light there is not that much.
Okay. Okay. Now, give us a little bit of an outline here of what we have here with all these different lights. I'm going to turn them on for a second. Okay. There we go.
All right. Well, basically, what we have here are LEDs. There are different types.
Yeah.
Different colors, as you can see.
Okay.
They come in a semi-directional way. If you look at it this way.
Yeah.
You can then get much brighter as you go towards looking at the end.
Okay, I see.
Or you have omnidirectional, where this is light from all directions can be seen the same.
Right. Oh, that's really neat. Okay.
So, and they come in either six LEDs to a lead line unit or 12.
Okay. I'm going to turn them off for a second here.
Yeah, they are bright.
Yeah, that's a little bright. Now, I understand they're mainly used sort of at airports, like you said, and highways. Tell us some other ways in which they're used. I know we've got a couple photos that we can pull up as well.
Well, they can be used just about anywhere. As I said, the environment they go in is irrelevant. It doesn't matter if they get wet. It doesn't matter if there's seawater. It doesn't matter if there's oil on them. As I said, you can put them just about anywhere.
Okay. And I understand they can even melt snow. Is that correct?
Well, they have enough heat in them. LEDs don't usually melt snow, but because of the plastic is in direct contact with the snow, the heat, what little heat is generated by the LEDs will be transmitted to the environment. So yes, they will melt snow.
Okay.
So it doesn't matter how bad the snowstorm is, you will always see it.
Okay. And now we've got a photo of that. I think if we can pull that up, there's a photo of the LED of it melting snow. Now here, what do we have here? We'll start off with this one.
This is actually not a photograph of melting snow, but this is at Anchorage, Alaska.
Right.
These are green LEDs showing you the leading aircraft around an apron.
Oh, great. Okay.
In a new refueling area.
Okay. And let's go to the next image here.
Here we have white LEDs. These are from Colorado.
Okay.
They're put side by side because it's to indicate to people that this is a no passing lane.
Okay.
And this will show up in snow and everything else. This is when they were being installed.
Oh, okay, great. Okay, on to the next one. Now here's the melting snow.
Exactly. So these were tests done by Anchorage, Alaska before they actually bought the LEDs back in 2006.
Right.
So their engineers put these out on the apron and was seeing how deep the snow it would melt.
And I understand you've used them on the 401 here in Canada as well?
It was on the 403.
403, okay.
At one stage, yes.
Okay, perfect. And what do we have here?
Well, being linear, you can make things with these. Obviously, if you put them together, you can create
lettering
and numbers and so on. So in fact, you could actually put speed limits into the pavement, or you put the road signs into the pavement, or symbols like turn right or left.
Right. And here's in a tunnel an example here?
Exactly. This again is to indicate so that where people can go in all times. When tunnels, when it's very bright outside, or tunnels you get dark, so you can't sometimes see the contrasts when you change from driving into and out.
Yeah.
And sometimes if it's snowing and very bad outside, the tunnel's bright. So
Right.
again, it helps you
So it
transition.
guides the traffic, basically.
Exactly.
Okay,
Exactly.
great. Now let's just turn the lights on again for a second here. Now, which colors would you use in which settings? So, for example, you had the green one in the water. Was that, I saw it in the water in the picture there?
No, the green the green ones was used on airfields. They're
Okay.
for taxiway lights.
Okay.
And the blues, you could use it for edge lights. They haven't been used as yet.
Okay.
Whites can be used both on airfields and roads,
Okay.
as can yellows.
Okay.
I mean, it's easy enough to switch around if you want to take one off and put on a
We can put on a different color
different
here.
color here.
Oh, perfect. What do we have here? Okay.
That's another white one.
Another
Sorry.
white one. Oh, here's a
And
yellow.
There's a yellow.
Okay.
So this is can be a warning light, or you
Right.
said you can put it on signs,
Yes.
whatever.
Okay, great. Now, what about the red? What would you use this for?
Usually on airfields, that's a no-go area.
Okay.
So you don't want
Don't go there.
Exactly, exactly.
Okay. All right. What about the blue?
Well, the blue is for edge lighting on taxiways. That's another thing that can be done. It hasn't been done as yet. We're trying to push the civil aviation authorities of the world very hard to
All right.
allow us to use these things, but
Okay.
so far we've not been successful.
Okay, so let's turn them back off again here for a second. Now, is this a technology that has been widely adopted? It seems as though you've been pretty successful with this.
Well, it's taking its time.
Right.
We are hoping it's going to be widely adopted, but
Okay.
we have projects coming into Vancouver and other places at the moment, but
Very exciting.
it's taking a little while.
All right, now whereabouts? Why don't you tell us some of the different places that we could actually see these products? I know you said 403; they were in Canada. Whereabouts else have they been located?
Well, they've been in New York and in Massachusetts on barriers. They've been in various airfields, Schiphol and Amsterdam, Vancouver, Anchorage, Alaska,
Right.
amongst other places. Texas has had them on for many, many years on poles of Chevron signs on bad
Oh, okay.
corners.
Okay.
So there are a bunch of places.
Now, speaking of Texas, I think you said in Texas there was reports that they had helped to reduce accidents there, correct?
Yes, this is one of our earliest things in,
Right.
in the Atlanta district of Texas. They had a rural road with very bad sight lines, and
Right.
there were cars running off the road all the time.
Oh my God.
And then when they put our system on the poles of the chevrons,
Right.
obviously that defines the corner
Right.
and allows the people to see it from a greater distance than something like a reflector.
Okay.
So
Okay.
it apparently, according to the Texas DOT, it really helped and prevented accidents.
That's great. Okay. And now, is this a technology that you see, being widely adopted in the future? Do you think it's more of a niche market, or do you think a lot of people would find uses for it?
Well, we're hoping a lot of people will find uses for it because one of the things we're trying to aim at is for to be able to have changeable lanes on freeways like 401s and QEWs of this world.
Great.
Because when you have traffic congestion and you're moving very, very slowly, obviously you don't need the full width of the road.
Right.
So if you can accumulate, by narrowing the lanes, and you can accumulate the space between the cars and
Right.
trucks, you can create extra space on the outside, more
Okay.
lanes, and increase the capacity without having to build more roads or bridges or tunnels.
So without even having to widen the road or do anything, you could just use the lights as dividers to create lanes. Is that
Exactly.
right?
So you can
Okay.
that way you can get traffic moving again,
Okay.
and fight some of these horrible commutes that your previous.
Perfect for the GTA
Exactly.
here. Oh, that's great. Okay, that's awesome. And now, what do you hope for the future for this technology? What's your biggest hope? What's your goal?
Well, we'd like to. I mean, no Department of Transportation anywhere in the world has been able to keep pace with traffic growth. So
Right.
everywhere there are traffic congestion.
Yeah.
This is a technology which we believe you can use in roads and create much more efficient use of your infrastructure that's already built. So you don't then have to think of building more roads or bridges or tunnels, because if you can use the road more efficiently during
Right.
traffic congestion times, obviously it delays the need to put in more money into building infrastructure.
Exactly. I think that would be a great leap forward. So hopefully that will definitely work out for you guys. Now, where can everybody find out more about your company?
Well, you can go on the website at www.ledline.net. That's ledline.net.
Okay.
That's the easiest way.
Yep. Okay. Perfect. Sounds good.
Or I can give you the company telephone number if you wish.
Yes. Why don't you give it to the viewers?
It's 905-849-6134, and the company's called Hilltech.
All right. Great. Well, thanks so much for coming. We really appreciate it. This is a fun little light show for our viewers here.
Thank you very much.
Thank you.
Thank you for inviting me.
Of course. Okay, tune in next week, everybody. And remember to keep sending emails with problems and tips to questions@tech-er.com. Thanks for watching.